Hello Libra, this is a tarot reading for you. I am using my own tarot cards. I call them the medieval oracle cards. And just let me get right into the reading. I first laid out another spread and I actually got a good vibe from it, but I was afraid it wasn't something that people want to hear because there was a certain kind of aggression in it, but I didn't perceive it as something negative. Then I laid the cards out again, but this aggression is still there. It's yours. It's not a nasty kind of aggression. It's not an unjustified kind of aggression. It is not an aggression that you just have out of some immaturity or mood swings or out of being petty or something. It is. Let me, just look at those three cards here together. The goblin, the snake, and poison. Would maybe make you think, oh, what a negative, nasty reading, but it's really not. I'm getting something on at the bottom of the deck. We have the death card. I was shuffling the cards properly between those two spreads, and in the first spread that I laid out for you, we had the death card in the middle. It's just, and I perceived it as your energy, like, don't worry, not that you're going to die or something like that. It just had something so strong and aggressive, this card. I feel like there's just something about this goblin that represents, on one hand, other people's energies. It could be several people. People who are very aggressive towards you for no reason. Sometimes we just go for a walk and someone starts to call us names, I don't know, because they are drunk or... some people, they are just bullies. They can't let it be. It's just they seem to thrive on hurting other people. And that could be something that you maybe haven't dealt with properly. Like maybe, even due to spiritual teachings or morality or conditioning, how your parents raised you. There's something about that, I feel like, or just insecurity, or both, that your conditioning made you insecure and that you did not stand up for yourself when someone was like just really attacking you for no reason. I'm speaking more of verbal attacks here, like just people wanting to be mean to someone they don't even know. I don't know why people are like that, but some are. You could just go to the grocery store and, I don't know, buy something, whatever it is, and then just someone calls you ugly and disgusting. I don't know why people have to do that, but they seem to get something out of it. And sometimes we can just go away. Sometimes these people are like dangerous in that sense that they will physically assault us. Some are, others not. Some, they just want to hurt people verbally. And maybe you have learned to not say something back. That's one thing I'm getting for some of you. And that could change. Like if it's safe, if the person will not beat you or something. There's just something, even though I don't have the mirror here, I have a mirror in this deck. It's not in your spread, but I feel there is something about mirroring because I see this goblin card as your own energy as well. Like if someone is looking at you this way with this kind of face, that's just exactly how you're going to look back at them. And if someone is speaking to you that kind of tongue and teeth, that's what you will give back to them. You know, you don't have to pick up unnecessary fights, but if someone is just being utterly disrespectful and just calls you awful names with no reason, then sometimes, you know, you can just give back a little. What is the English word? Is it snob? It probably is. And then you can let it be. Sometimes it's best to just let it be at all and not, you know, go for someone's provocation. But some people, they are not provoking us because they want a fight with us. Sometimes people, they attack us because they perceive us as weak and they think we are not going to respond to it. We are not... you know, some people, they perceive us as so spineless or weak that they think when they attack us, they will immediately have power over us, make us sad, and, you know, pull some good energy out of us by attacking us. And they just wouldn't expect that person to fight back. Just like... I don't know, imagine a man robbing a woman and the man thinking, yeah, women are weak, and then suddenly he's attacking a woman who knows some kind of, who has some kind of really good boxing skills or something like that, you know? And it's with verbal attacks the same thing. Not the same thing, but it's a similar thing. So there's something about that, and there's also something about you already knowing in advance when such a type of person is coming towards you. Like before they even have to attack, you know, sometimes we can already see in someone's eyes, in their face and body language, what they are up to. And that you can in some way play them before they can play you. This is, you know, actually that is the same vibe I was getting from your first spread, and I thought maybe I'm just gonna do a different reading, but it seems that it has to come up here now. It feels very strong, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to encourage some unnecessary or petty kind of fighting or violence. It's just that some people, they are so bold and aggressive, and if we just keep accepting this behavior, it's just in some way sometimes undignifying for ourselves. And those people then will never learn that their behavior is not okay. Like just imagine you let your dog bite everyone they want. Or you let your child drive over people's feet with their bicycle all the time and just not explain to them or demonstrate to them that it's not okay, that they can't just go through life like that. And some children, they don't enjoy this kind of raising or education, and as adults they become like this. And maybe, you know, then other adults, they have to just stand straight in front of them and just show them like, no, that's not okay. That's not how you can talk to me. And as I said, for some of you, it's even deeper than that. It's just like before they can even act out, you will already see from a distance what kind of person to avoid. and how to outsmart and outplay them before they can even attack you. That's even the best case, I think. So in the unconscious pattern position, we have the scales, which is also your zodiac sign. And it's just representing here like some kind of literal justice. If someone is behaving like this, like, oh my God, why do we always have to turn the other cheek? And that's where the book could literally stand for the Bible or something moralistic that in our times nowadays doesn't make sense anymore, at least partially not. Maybe it does in some ways, but in others not. We don't always have to turn the other cheek. And that could be something that has burdened you for a long time, that you thought, you have to take in everything that someone says or does to you, and you have no right to defend yourself. Or, for animals, it's a completely natural thing. If someone attacks them, they attack back, they defend themselves. Not all animals, but mostly that's how it is in nature. Someone attacks your child, you protect your child. You don't have to, this is not about being offensive, attacking people. It's just about when someone is being unreasonably violent towards you, that you have the right to reflect that back to them. And it's just what I'm mainly getting here. And with the other cards around it, it's just about knowledge. The book is just for learning. That's a life lesson to learn. And as I said already, it also stands for conditioning. It stands for something, a pattern in your mental structure that has maybe hindered you to defend yourself in some situations. And that poison card is, on one hand, this conditioning that functions like a poison in your system. Sometimes it can even be that after someone is verbally attacking you very strongly, that you suffer a lot and that you take their words very dearly. And you start poisoning yourself with what they said or did, and instead of spitting that poison out. And the poison at the same time represents a kind of antidote, like a new kind of pattern that will flow through your system and erase old patterns and bring in this harmony, balance, justice. And the snake, I see that as you in a good way. Some snakes are aggressive, but there are also a lot of snakes that are actually that are highly poisonous and dangerous and even big and strong, but that are not just aggressive without any reason. They only attack when they are in danger, when they feel threatened. And then they can become very strong and dangerous, but they have no agenda to just, okay, now and then they have to eat some prey, but you know what I mean. We just humanize the snake a little bit, keep that prey eating out, and just see this kind of attitude or personality of this snake, that the snake just, or some kind of snakes, they only attack out of a kind of defense. And it's very quick. They can move very quickly, how they can quickly snap. I also want to include this death card here. And I don't know, it neither stands for any kind of death in this reading or for an ending of something. I mean, it could stand for an ending of you not defending yourself, but I don't know, mainly, even also in the first spread that I laid down for you, I just had this really tough and rough feeling about this card. Like it's being so, I don't know, not vulnerable. In the previous reading that I did, there was something about having really thick skin, so thick that not even a bullet could pierce through it. But the skull, it doesn't have skin, it doesn't have flesh, it doesn't have muscle tissues, like it's just bones. I don't know how to express myself, like, you know, you just become like the skull, like a skeleton, like, try to shoot me, I'm already dead, nothing can touch me, nothing can hurt me. Yeah, that's just, you know, I personally like the vibe of this reading, but maybe some people will not like it. It feels so cool to me. Like in the first spread, this was the first card I pulled. I laid it down in the middle and I laid the other cards around it. And I immediately had this feeling like of extreme toughness and coolness. It even looks like it's smiling. I just, try me, try me. You can't take anything away from me. I don't even have skin anymore that you could bore through. I'm just completely made of hard and tough bones, and I don't mean that in a soulless or cold way. Just when it comes to a certain type of energy that, you know, imagine you were a living skeleton and someone's trying to, you know, see you as prey, attack you with their teeth. What kind of flesh would they be able to tear off you? None, because you're a skeleton. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I like this reading. I don't know if this resonates with people, but I like this kind of energy. So I'm just gonna leave it here and thank you for watching.